Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, everybody. Recruiting Animal here on December 23rd, 2015, for the very last show of the year. You know, I just went on...
Pep it up. Or people are hanging up right now. Seriously.
It's
almost like you're doing this like it's a fake show. You're like, Recruiting Animal here.
What do you mean? Look, yeah, I am
No,
a bit
man.
You know why? I'll tell you why.
Get a hold of it, dude.
No, you asked me to do this show, and then you
Wait a
call
minute.
it
Stop right there. I didn't ask you to do this show. I said I'd get into a show.
No way! You asked me a couple of times.
I said, please have a show.
I said no show.
Is Maureen here?
No show.
If Maureen's not here, then I'm out. Maureen, is she here?
Yeah, she's here. Let me open her. Maureen, you're here?
I'm here.
Maureen, help me out. I don't want to be a part of a wet blanket, deadbeat, Charlie Brown Christmas show.
But
and
you
that's
set it
30
up.
seconds into it. That's what's going on here.
You set it up, didn't he, Maureen?
What's that?
We all set it up. We all have to take responsibility for the show.
No, I don't take
What's that sound? What is that?
No,
Dude,
I canceled
I'm going to call you
show.
the Vickersons.
Maureen, do you hear that phone ringing in the background?
No,
Listen,
I don't.
Right now. It's done. Somebody hung up. Thank goodness. So you never heard any of that? Maureen, you heard that, right?
I didn't hear it. No, I didn't.
Man, you people, you claim to be phone people, and your ears don't even work. I have to admit something. Can I admit something?
Go ahead.
I've been drinking.
You've been drinking?
Well, I figured, right? We ought to have some glasses here to tinkle.
I'm just coming out of a 45-minute hot tub session. It was great.
Yeah.
Just blasting music loud, splashing around like a porpoise. Oh, it was awesome. Yeah. But so I get down here, a couple minutes to spare. I call in.
What's the temperature there?
I'm not interested.
It's probably 60.
Are we
58?
Are we
it's like 67 here.
Hold on a second, Animal. Yes, we are doing a show. You are not. Just relax. Back up a little bit. Let me tell you. Let me give you a tip. Save whatever you've written up as some potential controversial posts for your People Online group, because we know you need 10 or 12 every morning.
You know
so
what?
Whatever you're going to say, post it tomorrow.
Everybody complains about my postings, right? I mean, I don't
understand.
Yeah,
as they should.
No, because they have no sense of humor. That's why.
No, but
no sense of humor.
They had a sense of humor a year ago, 18 months ago, but now what was the discussion this morning? What define the word conversation or something? I mean, gosh, dude, seriously? You don't know what a conversation is?
I got to tell you, I saw
sending letters back and forth in the 1800s. Was that a conversation?
I got to tell you something. I saw
you are
a
such
discussion.
An idiot.
I saw a discussion. Yeah, that's not nice. I saw a discussion in the comments between people who didn't figure out the vocabulary. They didn't have a shared vocabulary to express the difference between a live talking conversation and a conversation on Twitter or some other messaging.
Do you have any customers? Are you doing any business at all in any fashion?
You know what? I like you to belittle me on the show, Jerry, because it kind of works with, it's funny. It's funny, okay?
No, all right. I apologize. Sorry. Let me say that a different way.
No, you don't. I could
Thank you, Animal, for giving up your pursuit of business so you can continue to build the People Online group.
Look,
we understand it's a huge sacrifice because there's no way you can be taking care of any customers if you're scouring the internet all day long for controversial statements.
Yeah. Okay. Look, Jerry.
What's that, Maureen? You like that word?
Yeah, I like that word.
Scouring?
What? I wanted to say something.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what I didn't get to say in my intro. I just went on this app called Crowd.
Hold on, I'm going to take a sip of my ice-cold beer.
Okay.
I switched over to beer.
Okay.
This
girl unfollowed me because I said
beer.
Another one?
Mm-hmm.
Another one. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Look.
You don't drink beer in a hot tub. They don't last that long.
Yeah.
You have a cocktail.
Okay. I told Allison Kruse we'd sing happy birthday for her today. Can I just get that out?
Yeah.
She runs and listens to the show while she's running, okay?
God love her.
Yeah.
Run like hell, Allison. Run like hell.
No, you got to figure
Run, Allison.
Today's her birthday. Maureen can sympathize. Maureen's birthday is next week, right?
Oh, yeah, December birthdays suck, don't they, Alan?
My brother's was yesterday, and I didn't even call her anything. I figured I'll see him tomorrow.
Yeah, see, it sucks. We'll tell you.
Yeah, so at least she wanted the people on the Recruiting Animal show to remember her, okay?
Uh-huh, we remember.
We're going to sing to her, okay? Is that all right? Is everybody in? You're in, Jerry?
I'm in.
Happy birthday. I'll start.
What's her name? Cassie?
Allison Kruse.
Happy birthday to
Allison?
you. Happy birthday to you.
Wait. Stop. Hey, she deserves better than this.
Well, you lead.
Okay. Does anybody have one of those things?
You know what?
What are those things that you blow on to get there?
Yeah, I'm ready.
1, 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Slow, Jerry. Come on.
Let's try it again. I was waiting for you to catch up.
You're too slow.
What's the thing of this phone stuff? You can't do things in unison over the telephone. It's not like we're dealing with light speed here.
That's not true.
It's absolutely
Come on,
true.
let's make it peppy. Allison's running. She got the endorphins.
Yeah, she is.
Streaming.
1, 2, 3. Happy
birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Allison. Happy birthday to you.
You know what? I got another song for her. Do you know the song
Cruisin'?
Oh,
another song. God, that's just what we need.
You're gonna fly away. Won't you go my way? I love it when we're cruising together. You know that song? Music is played for love. Cruising is made for love. I love it when we're cruising
together.
Didn't you see that
awful.
Gwyneth Paltrow and Huey Lewis when they're doing the karaoke or whatever it is? Didn't you see that?
Are we the only three here? Let's establish who's here.
Well, let me
Anybody?
Else
Nobody would claim to be here.
Yeah, somebody else is here. Area code 210. Who's that?
Yeah, this is Michael.
Who is it?
Who's that? Michael Cox.
Michael, yeah.
Michael Cox is here.
Right.
Congratulations. We should have brought you in. You want to say happy birthday to Allison Kruse? She's a regular listener, so she knows who you are.
She's running right now.
Regular runner.
Happy birthday, Allison.
There
Allison
you go,
Kruse.
Allison.
Now, you see, my introduction about her was she doesn't have a tagline, right? But I know her because she goes to these recruiting conferences and speaks about personae, about creating personae. Those are profiles of the target market when you're doing.
Is that persona? Plural?
Well, the single, yeah. But she Americanizes it. She says personas, but it's a Latin word. So, if you want to be authentic, you have to say personae. But I'm willing to go with personas as well. That's her specialty. That's what she says. So she should have something like in her email or something like that says, Allison Kruse, the persona girl. Something like that. So you can always...
Like
what does she have? What does she use? What is her
an email
persona?
But I'll bet you it just says VP K-Force. She's some kind of senior... She works for Glenn Cathy, I think. Maybe he's the VP and she's the director of, I don't know, social recruitment or something like that.
Something like that, probably.
Yeah. The persona girl, Allison, think of it. Consider it. And if it's not the persona girl, maybe something else. But it has to be something that, we could just say, oh, the persona girl? Oh, yeah, I know her. Right?
Well, it would be the girl that works for Glenn Cathy.
Isn't there more than one girl?
Remember that movie?
No.
Remember that movie with, what was her name? Gypsy Rose Lee. You got to have a gimmick. Remember that?
No, I don't.
Sure.
See?
Okay, look, I brought some stories. Let's just do a few stories, okay?
Wait a minute.
Christmas
This is a
stories,
story?
old-timey baby Jesus stories.
No, some of the best stories of the year.
Gypsy
Some of
Rose
the best stories of the year. Forget Gypsy Rose Lee, okay? Will Thompson, believe it or not, in a couple of sentences, told one of the most noteworthy stories of the year. He says that last year, as a corporate recruiter, I closed over 100 recs. That's a job order. 100 job orders easily. That's what he said.
Yeah.
This year, as an agency recruiter, I closed 20. What does that mean?
Okay.
Michael Cox, what does that mean?
Corporate agency.
Michael Cox?
He doesn't have
Inside,
to.
outside.
He doesn't have to hustle, so he doesn't have to do 100 to earn twice as much.
He said it was more selling that was involved and deeper relationships. What does that mean?
More selling was involved in the 100?
No, in the 20.
Yeah, I mean, there was no selling involved in the 100.
Why? They just sent him the resume
Yes, I mean.
Yeah, you're dealing
course,
with applicants.
Man. And there weren't people the whole time saying, this guy is not worth a $27,000 fee. Where'd you get his resume? We already had his resume. There was none of that. Next story.
100,
Next story.
100 compared to 20? That's amazing.
No, it's not. The 20 was far harder work than the 100 applications that he accepted and signed people up once he set their salary into the salary
Larry
grade.
Hernandez is apparently well known in the corporate recruiting circle. Michael Cox, do you know him?
Yes, I do.
Okay. He called into the show once, and people were posting on Twitter, I can't believe that Larry Hernandez is talking on the recruiting show.
Okay, hold on. Just a tip for people that might be listening to the show.
Yeah.
Give us a second, Animal, to look Larry Hernandez up on the Internet. So hold on a second.
I forget what his Twitter address is.
Recruiter Larry.
Recruiter Larry, you're right. Anyway, so Recruiter Larry...
he's in San Antonio, isn't he? Talent scout?
Yeah.
That thought work?
He said, I can't believe I'm here either, okay? And then, but once he was on, he agreed to come on as a guest. And then he canceled. He didn't cancel outright. What they do often, they just postpone it indefinitely. So I figured, okay, I know the story. So now it's been postponed at least a year. And then I see on Twitter that he's teaching a course now called Twitter 101 for Recruiters. And this is how they introduce it. This is from a guy who's too good to come on this show. Twitter is by far the most intimidating social platform for recruiters and HR professionals to learn and master. What?
Intimidating?
Yeah, intimidating.
It's not intimidating. I kicked it fast 3 years ago and left it laying dead on the street.
Yeah, he said this course will
there's no intimidation going on.
Okay, anyway, he walks you through a step-by-step process so you can handle it. Intimidating. What's intimidating about it? Here's the funniest story of the year, okay? This woman, I think she's in England. I don't know where she's located. Stephanie Nolan. She placed a guy who never quit his old job. He went to her job, but then he had his own side company secretly, and he hired them from his new position to do his work there, and he stayed at his old job. Finally, the boss at the new company noticed that he was never there. It sounds like something off a TV show. And so he called her up and complained, and so they found out what was going on. She had to replace him. I don't know why she had to replace him. He was getting the work done. Nobody thought that was funny?
Do they call that double dipping?
No, that
wasn't funny.
Okay, what about this? Greg Fest. I did a whole bunch of Greg Savage tweets yesterday, okay? And he is very...
Did he appreciate it?
He didn't get back to me yet. He doesn't like me. He's tweeted against me.
Hasn't he savaged you back?
He tries, okay, but not yet.
I've got a question for you. Do you mind if I just slip in a question?
Yeah.
Do you think people appreciate you taking their tweets and then putting them on your People's Online group? I'm just wondering.
What do they think?
I'd be pissed off.
Why not?
Why?
Does that
What do
bother
you mean,
you?
why not?
I don't
That's
care
not the
what he
forum
does
they
with my
chose
tweets. It's just more
for that
exposure.
content. They didn't put it on Facebook. What gives you the right to grab somebody's tweet and put it on your Facebook group?
They published it publicly on Twitter.
Yeah,
Okay.
No.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
it's
Maureen.
like these movie stars who say, "Don't take my picture." Are you kidding me? They're out there. They love their
now
pictures
Greg
being
Savage
taken.
is a movie star and Animal's taking pictures. No, the dude tweeted it. He didn't come over to Animal's Facebook group and post it. In fact, if I were Greg Savage and didn't want Animal posting his stuff over in the People's Online group, I wouldn't even let Animal follow him. I'd block Animal.
Did he
I'm
block
surprised
Animal?
everybody doesn't block Animal.
I was blocked last week. You know why I was blocked by the guy last week? I said that ISIS is worse than the IRA, and he blocked me.
Well, that's big news.
Oh, yeah, I guess. These people who block you, they're idiots. These people who block you are idiots. That's my experience, and I've been blocked by many.
People who hang out on Twitter are idiots.
And
Bigger
I was
picture.
In my intro, that
you got to be a numbnut to think that there's any reason for a recruiter to hang out on Twitter all day like you do.
But Larry Hernandez is charging money. Recruiter Larry is charging money because Twitter is intimidating for recruiters.
I'm charging more people for making placements and not spending my time screwballing around on Twitter.
There you go.
Okay,
I mean, anybody can make enough money to pay their bills doing any of this crap. I'm talking about getting ahead.
Okay. Here's something else.
Ahead.
Here's something else from Greg Savage. Although, let me just add, I don't know if I got that far in my intro, but this girl unfollowed me because I said I didn't believe in karma. She'd been following me for like 10 years or something like that. Or
well, that's karma
8 years.
for you, right there.
Yeah. I didn't believe in karma. What if I didn't believe in the tooth fairy, okay? Because I don't believe in the tooth fairy. Am I supposed to say so just to please her? No!
Yeah. No, dude, you can't offend anybody now. That's the deal. You offended her, she's gone.
I thought Allison Kruse unfollowed me. I made a remark. I said that, what did I say earlier this year? I said Serena's arms look like man's arms. Boy, did I take a beating for that. And it was it's obvious. I didn't make any racist or drug remarks. I wasn't saying anything like that. She just got massive arms, shoulders like cantaloupes and biceps. And I got
that reminds me of when I first got into recruiting, and I can bring it back to the exact month, June of 1987. I was so excited. I had an office job. Everybody was going to be so proud. I put my girlfriend's picture up right there on my desk, my little bullpen spot, my little 2x3 section. Put it up there. My group leader, his name was Phil, came over and said, nice George Foreman arms. I said, what are you talking about? He said, your girlfriend. That's your girlfriend, right? I said, yeah. He said, her arms look like George Foreman's.
Okay.
I'll never forget that.
So what did you do? Ditch the girlfriend?
No.
She was a cutie.
Well, she's not your wife now? That's not your wife.
No.
Okay. Here, Greg Savage says, going on
She's
LinkedIn.
been through 3 husbands since then. So says Facebook friends.
Going on LinkedIn makes you as a recruiter going on LinkedIn makes you a recruiter in the same way that going into a garage makes you a car.
Who said that?
I can't even figure that out.
Greg Savage, that's just plain stupid.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Sorry,
well,
Greg.
Yeah.
Good luck
and then he
down under.
goes on, he's very angry about people predicting the demise of recruiters. He said there's so many buffoons out there today predicting the demise of recruiters. Hardly a day goes by without some meathead blogging about recruiters being on the verge of extinction.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
This year in particular, I have watched recruiters that I personally know and or know of through friends of friends lose it, go out of business, become extinct, extinctify themselves because they haven't adapted and they haven't stayed up with how you need to do business nowadays. So Greg's probably wrong. A lot of recruiters are going out of business. These companies, they don't need recruiters as much as they used to if they're smart about it, and they've hired some internal recruiters. So yeah, recruiters are. If you're not the best of the best and really paying attention, you're gone.
No,
you're
what
out.
do you mean they're not keeping up? What do you mean?
They think that this is still a get on the telephone and pound the hell out of the phone all day business, and it's not.
What is it?
It's a 20-pronged approach. It's
what does
everything.
That mean? What does that mean?
Man, I don't know. I mean, it's go meet people. It's use the internet to find out who's hiring, who's using agencies. How do you find the person? How do you connect with them? Who might know them? Should you call them? Should you email them? Should you text them? Should you talk to your buddy that used to work there to see if he can connect you? It's anything but get a list of 200 phone numbers and beat the hell out of it for a week.
You know, you sound like you don't know what you're talking about. You sound like you don't know what you're talking about. You gave
Here's
that
the
list
deal,
of,
dude. I know absolutely what I'm talking about, and I am a master
give me an example.
of it.
When you say, should I call this guy to see who he knows? What does that mean?
You asked me to tell you what I meant. That was one tiny smidgen of the overall statement. So don't take that out of context and say, that's my policy.
What? You gave a whole list of things that pretty much all meant the same thing.
Which is more than you deserve.
Okay. Look, you know
what?
Dude,
hold on a second. The old school recruiters are gone.
That's what Greg Savage says, too. I mean,
now, I know Maureen advocates better pick up the telephone and call people.
Greg
who are you calling? Who's their phone number? Where are you getting their phone number? Guess what? They're not answering. So you've got 100 phone numbers, none of them answer. What are you going to do? What are you doing with the 100 phone numbers that aren't answering, animal?
Greg Savage says that phone sourcing is the number one way to get candidates that nobody else has.
Great, Greg. I'm not talking about getting candidates. They're a dime a dozen. I'm talking about getting customers. Wait a minute. You do realize that at some point you need to send somebody an invoice, don't you? You with me?
I don't know what you're talking about. No, I mean, really.
Dude, recruiters aren't going out of business because they don't have access to candidates.
Yeah, he says recruiters are going.
Perhaps I'm saying too much here. Recruiters go out of business because nobody's sending them a check. So you might have 100 phone numbers of potential customers. They're not answering your call. Now, you might also have 100 people that you somehow got the name of through phone sourcing, secret sourcing, garage sale ads. I don't know. I don't care.
Secret sourcing.
But you've got 100 names of people. That's not going to do you any good, brother, if you don't have any customers that want you to provide your service. That's how you go out of business. You don't go out of business because you can't find candidates. If anybody's going out of business because they can't find candidates, they shouldn't have been in business.
Okay,
candidates are everywhere.
Jerry, here's what he said. If a recruiter only has access, Greg Savage. I got to tell you, Greg Savage is very popular. I have about as much respect for him as he has for me, but I know he's very popular. If a recruiter only has access to candidates her competitors and clients can find, her only weapon is speed or price. Okay?
Absolutely, 100% agree.
That's why he says going on LinkedIn makes you a recruiter the same way going in a garage makes you a car, which means not at all, okay? And then he also
But hold on, let's take that as a different vantage point. The reason that a recruiter shouldn't go on LinkedIn isn't because that doesn't make them a recruiter. It's because they are now committed to spending their time with the same people and candidates that everybody else does. So they are entering a football field with 75 teams on the field trying to get the football.
Yeah.
That's the problem with getting on LinkedIn. Not that if you're on LinkedIn, you're a recruiter, you're not a recruiter going into a garage, you're a car. I don't even know what that means. There's a different reason you don't want to be on LinkedIn all the time. It's because every single competitor is smothering those people on LinkedIn. Take the road less traveled. Okay. Do they know that in Australia? The road less traveled? Ever heard that one?
Everything's upside down there. But he says the rate, here's where he agrees with you. He says the rate of change in recruitment means the landscape is littered with yesterday's heroes. Past success as a recruiter is no longer a reliable indicator of future success. And here's where he parts ways with you entirely. He says you have to embed social in your everyday recruitment activities. Most recruiters, here's what he says.
Sorry, Greg, you're wrong, brother.
Most recruiters do business development via cold calls and spam mailings. They should switch to online marketing, branding, and social. That's where he parts ways with you. Okay?
You should shift to all of it. You never know where your next customer is coming from, so you have to be on alert. You have to have all of that on your radar.
I agree with Jerry.
Well, what did Jerry say? Jerry doesn't believe in online marketing.
What is online?
He just said he did.
Wait a minute. What is online marketing?
That means you spread your name all over the place like
Where?
a dog.
You give me an example, Animal, like you always ask your guests. Give me an example.
I will, okay?
Now. Now.
Yeah.
Give me an example.
Yeah, I will.
Do you have an example for me?
Shut up!
Figures
Okay?
you didn't have an example.
Right. Yeah, Jerry's. Hey, if you're new to the show, Jerry thinks he's imitating me, but he's not. He's not, okay?
Dude,
Okay.
Actually, that was a brilliant depiction.
Thank you. And let me tell you something. It hurt me to do that. It hurt me to transform myself into Animal. How can you be that kind of a person, Animal? God, I got to go take a shower. That was awful.
Not yet.
You know what? I got to tell you,
got out of the hot tub.
There's nobody like me on the recruiter sphere, and that's what makes this show different. If you get on this show, I demand an answer. You just can't say stuff without coming up with any way.
Okay.
I disagree.
So what's online marketing then? Greg Savage says you need to online market.
Okay, look.
Yeah, no kidding. Does that mean post your business card on your local Chamber of Commerce's website for $150 a year? You're online.
I don't know.
Well, you're online.
Okay.
You're marketing.
Were you here for the 2 times that our good friend Matt Charney was on the show? He's the king of content marketing, right? He told us what it means.
Let's take a moment of silence for Matt Charney's recruiting career, can we?
Yeah, okay.
This moment. Be respectful.
I know you went after him the other day when he was talking about how sourcing, and he said he does source, but for sales or something like that, not for recruiting. Okay, but look, you set up a landing page.
Tangential is the word, I think.
You set up a landing page for the job you're trying to hire for, or and you put in all the right keywords and all the SEO. Then you go on and you join Twitter chats and stuff like that, and people get to know you as a buddy. Then you do a search for those people on Twitter, and you start talking to them. I guess that's what it means.
Yeah, but again, let me back this up here. That's all about getting a candidate.
Well,
candidates are a dime a dozen, dude.
It's about getting a flow of candidates. It's obviously.
So what? Yeah, the flow of candidates. We've all got it. We all have it. Here's what we don't have: customers ready to pay our absurdly high invoice. That's what we don't have. I'm sick of all this talk about candidate generation. We've got the people. We have the candidates. You want to know the problem here for recruiters? Agency recruiters in specific, customers. That's the problem. Problem isn't candidates. I could probably even call Matt Charney, and he can lay a bunch of candidates on me for anything. Anybody can do it, whether you're in the flow, out of the flow, in the community or not. Customers are the problem.
I got to tell you what Greg Savage says. He said the battle for candidates is a cage fight. If you treat it like a pillow fight, you're lost.
Best is to not treat it like any fight at all and realize that that's not the battle. Candidates are a dime a dozen, man. Gosh. Oh, goodness. I shouldn't give away all my secrets here, I guess, heading into 2016. I need to.
You didn't give away one secret. You didn't tell us how to get any clients.
I'm not going to.
Do all that stuff. Stuff. That's what you said. That's nothing. That doesn't mean anything.
Once again, this whole last 10 years has been spent talking about candidates and talent and sourcing and social media recruiting. I laugh at all the energy and effort spent on that by the hundreds of thousands of recruiters who don't recognize that that's the easiest part of our equation.
Okay.
What's the hardest, Jerry?
Customers, Maureen. Customers. Do you disagree?
You know what? I disagree.
Customers.
I disagree.
Yes, Maureen. It's
disagree.
called people that actually pay the money.
Exclusive arrangements? No, I would say
I'm not
Jerry's
talking
got
about
a point here.
I'm talking about getting a check in your door or a mailbox, or a lot of people are doing it online now, so there's never even a check. It's just a payment. That's our dilemma. That's why people go out of business. It's not because people haven't heard their name or they don't have 100 applications every day in their inbox. None of that. I mean, you can have the best sourcing approach in the world, but...
Well, what do you think is the best way to go about that?
I'm not going to say.
Stephanie agrees with Jerry. I don't know why, okay, but she does.
Who disagrees? Get that person on the phone.
I do. I'm on the phone.
Seriously. So you think the hardest part of your job...
I got to tell you something else.
You're off your rocker, dude.
Okay, Greg Savage also says, and this is very pertinent.
Can you just burn through all the Greg Savage kindling here? Can you just lay it all out? Greg Savage says A, B, C, and D, so we can move on.
He says
Greg Savage hasn't made a placement personally in years.
He says that employers are increasingly turning to temporary people as a staffing solution, and where they're getting them from is recruiters, not LinkedIn. Okay, Jerry? So that's your business. He says your business is on the way up.
Guess what, dude? And guess what? The company's going to use 4 agencies or vendors for their temp people. So guess what? Instead of, if Greg Savage, peace be upon him, if his overall theme is correct, we're moving towards temps. Well, guess what? Companies aren't going to use 40 different recruiting agencies. They're going to use 4. And I'm seeing it, and I'm watching it, and I'm involved in it.
Has it ever been any different, Jer? Come on.
Yeah, dude. Yes. If you can give me a second. 20 years ago, 30 years ago, companies didn't have personnel departments, HR departments, gatekeepers. They had none of that. You would connect with the manager by simply calling in and saying, yeah, Sandy, can you send me to the engineering manager? Oh, sure will. Click, ring, ring. Bam, you're right to the guy or gal.
You don't think you can still do that today?
Not nearly. Not even a tenth as easily as you could have 25 years ago. No way. No. And it's not about I don't think that you can do that. I know it because I attempt it. So, no, you can't just call up. First of all, good luck even finding a phone number to the front desk of a company.
Well, we're not talking the mega big companies. You're talking mid-sized companies, right?
Yeah, but even mid-sized companies, once you speak to an actual hiring manager, they're probably already having to cycle you back to the HR department already.
But I'm even saying good luck getting that hiring manager on the phone.
Yeah.
Why do we have to pretend, Maureen, that we can just call into a company and talk to somebody? You can't even talk. Your phone might be transferred to their office. It might create some kind of a red flashing sound, something on their phone. Something might happen.
I don't know, Jerry. We always
in their office on their desk.
Right, I know. We always disagree about this. We always disagree.
They are not picking up their phone, Maureen.
Okay, we always disagree about this. And maybe it's the industries we're calling into.
Yeah, I keep forgetting you're calling into the old dead stuff where people are like,
okay,
oh, he's been there for 40 years.
Let's move on.
No, dude, I'm tired of skating over this animal.
Well, you're not
tired of pretending like all we have to do is get on the phone.
It's not all
you can beat your ass on the phone, and you're not going to talk to anybody. for weeks at a time.
Yeah.
Animal,
Okay.
are you calling into companies all day and they just transfer you? Put you right through to the VP of engineering?
I'm in another different country, okay? Maybe it's different.
Oh,
okay?
you guys don't have phones up there?
Yeah, we got phones.
In fact, I would think since your technology is a few years behind, that you're still able to just call into the whoever you're trying to talk to.
I got to tell you, not every country is behind the United States. Korea is ahead of both of us in their technology, and it's a dinky, tiny little country.
I love Korea.
Good. Area code 818. Are you interested in saying something? You don't have to, but I'm giving you the opportunity. Michael Cox.
Yeah, they do.
I am interested in saying something. Hi, everyone. This is Stephanie. David.
Hi.
Stephanie.
First time on the
Stephanie.
show. Long-time listener. First-time caller.
Long-time
Go ahead.
listener. So thank you, all of you. So, hey, Jerry. I would agree that candidates are a dime a dozen. But what I'm interested in knowing is, and so is everyone else, and maybe we can have this answered offline, is clients.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't we just talk about that for 10 minutes?
Yeah, we did. Okay, I'm a little late, but it's still a challenge for all of us. And
what's your challenge? I don't want to hear about Jerry's general challenge. He's been blowharding about it for a while. What's your challenge?
Okay,
Give
but
us
I've
an
not
example.
found the answer, and I've spoken to plenty of people about how to go about doing it. So I would say, why can't you just call into the hiring manager?
Jerry's telling us we can't.
No.
Hey, I agree.
Stephanie, give it a shot.
I ever reached out to. Oh,
they'll answer the phone. They'll answer the phone maybe 1 out of 20 times.
I don't agree with that.
I disagree with that also. I mean, I've called into plenty of people.
Okay.
Plenty of people have picked up the phone.
All right. And then what happens?
That will be my. Well, that's something I need to work on. But
yeah, you know what? I like that entry into the show. She came on the show for the first time and attacked Jerry. Good for you.
Hold on.
Jerry.
No, she came on and agreed with me.
That was her false way to make you
I see.
Defenseless.
Fake agreement with Jerry and then disagreed.
No, I have great respect.
It's the female way.
Yes, it is.
I have great respect.
But Jerry knows that because he's married.
Here's my thing, people. Are we still under the false premise that all we have to do is uncover this diamond that no one else has access to, and then the world of customers just opens its doors to us?
Jerry, stop misleading us. We know why you're successful. You can keep it all hidden. You keep that light hidden under a blanket.
Yeah.
Come
Jerry.
on, we know.
Actually, under a bush.
Under a bush, bushel basket, whatever it is. We know you're.
Look,
move on.
I'm just tired of all this discussion about sourcing. Who gives a shit?
Okay.
We have
whatever you want. Business
we have the
development
resumes.
is what we're
we
talking
have the
about
LinkedIn.
right now.
We have the Boolean search. We've got the people. Everybody has the same candidate. That's not the issue anymore.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about calling people. Let's call it business development.
Michael Cox is on the inside. He's a manager. He's a recruiting manager.
All right, let's talk to him.
Contribute? Michael Cox, still there?
Yeah, what do you want me to say? Yeah.
Well,
I'm here.
Who's
so
right,
Michael,
Stephanie and Maureen or
So
Jerry?
Michael, if I called into you, Michael, and introduced myself.
Can you talk louder, Stephanie? Louder.
Sure. I can yell at you, animal.
Good.
You need that. So if I called into you, Michael, and I said, hey, introduce myself, started out with a cordial conversation that led to just a friendly relationship, not asking for business outright, but just started the relationship. 3 months later, I call again.
Now,
you would not speak to me? You would not take my call?
Oh, yeah. I would speak to you, but the chances of the relationship changing, whether or not we do business, it's predicated more upon, does that company, in this case our small Xerox organization, already have an internal recruiting team and have the powers that be already decided that we are not going to use externals.
Okay, which is all fine and dandy, but I think what Jerry is trying to get at here is that isn't our job as recruiters finding clients based on people-to-people relationships?
Oh, I don't agree with that. I thought when you said I'm going to call you up, I'm going to chat with you, but not ask for business. What's he going to say? Sorry, honey, I'm married already. Okay, I don't need a girlfriend.
So
we would cut to the chase real quick.
Business right out of the gate with one phone call.
Yeah, I'm on the phone to do business with you. I'm not here to be your buddy. Okay.
But you've got to establish a relationship.
No, you don't. That's nonsense.
You absolutely do.
What do you say? Oh,
Stephanie, I agree. And that's our dilemma. That's our difficulty here. Is it is getting harder and harder to build. I could look at the number of customers I've actually sent an invoice to, say in the past 10 years. I can assure you that it wouldn't be any more than 20, maybe. So this idea that we're going to go from customer to customer, all we have to do is get the manager's phone number, call in there with the candidate, and we're in, is based on my books and my record, absolutely wrong. So it's in maintaining a customer relationship once you do, by the grace of God or lightning strikes or whatever.
Right.
Once you get a customer, you better do your best. Like right now I have an opportunity to recruit for, I think maybe they're a Fortune 10 company. I'm going to spend my next 4 months, no matter what, forsaking all others, getting a success with this company. Now, that might be customer number 25 that I have a chance to send an invoice to in the past 10 years. We're not getting hundreds of new opportunities every couple of years. It's a rare opportunity that you get your foot in the door. It's a much further rare opportunity that you actually come full circle with that chance and make a placement, send an invoice, and they send you a payment. We had 27 companies here in the past decade. So 27. So I don't know what that tells you about, and I probably had 10,000 candidates. What's harder to come up with?
Yeah, I would say.
You want to know what Greg Savage says? You want to know what Greg Savage says?
No. No care.
Okay, should we move on, or are we going to stick with this for the rest of the show?
Hey,
am I in a fight with anybody?
No,
I don't think anybody's listening.
Animal.
Michael Cox,
Animal, when I was on the agency side, what Jerry is stating is absolutely true. I had maybe 30 clients that were supporting the 3 offices that I was working with, and that was pretty much it. Aside from that,
how many more could you handle? How many more could you handle?
We could have handled plenty more. The thing
was, what a stupid question. God.
If we all of a sudden have an influx of clients, we'll figure out that horrible problem. But we'll hire people. But the fact is that we would bring on maybe 3 or 4 new clients every few months, but they were very short term and very small engagements. And those certainly did help move the needle. But
Animal, just to interject, I think you really need to see the difference, Animal, between a company that has agreed to letting you send them a resume and a company that's actually sent you a check that's been deposited in your bank. I've got 27. I've got 27 of them. 27.
Jerry, you know what you've done today? You know what you've done today? You've made the most fantastic argument why people like Michael Cox were making the right move when they moved away from the agency side to the corporate side. Because you're always ridiculing people for that. But what you're saying now is,
only Matt Charney. Only Matt Charney. What?
You're always saying
I don't ridicule people for that. In fact, I encourage it. Everybody, get out.
Anybody ever listen to this show? Jerry's always, how come you're not a recruiter anymore? How come you're
not
a
second. That's the difference between you and me. I'm able to simply ask a person a question because I just want to understand. You, every question you ask is a slap in the face, box them into a corner, punch them in the gut. Yeah. Sometimes I just want to know, hey, how did you finally get out of this hellhole we're all in?
You're the biggest needler that I've ever met. You like to needle people. You like to bug them. Not all out attacks. You like to pinch people with little needles
clarity,
so they
dude.
feel ashamed on the show.
I just need a little clarity.
Yeah. Okay.
So 10,000 candidates, 27 customers.
Okay. You know what?
What's the reason people would go out of business?
Nowhere to send those candidates.
Yeah. There are 4 or 5 companies that we're recruiting for right now. That I'm hoping and praying that we're going to make something happen. But
Jerry, hey everybody!
Chances are probably only 1 or 2 of them. Now let's get Mitch Sullivan on here to say, well, that's why you should be retained.
Yeah. You know what?
Wait, that was Australian, wasn't it?
Yeah. Right. Okay. Look, everybody. Jerry now is making him sound like he's on the way to the poorhouse.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I have 27 corporations I can call up and say, how have you been? How's it going? 27 very big companies that have counted on me to help them find the right people. So, no, I'm not on my way to the poorhouse.
4:30.
Yeah, okay.
Not at all.
All Jerry's complaints.
I am on my way to the beer fridge in a minute.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Anything else, Stephanie? You're the first-time caller. Do you have something else you want to raise?
No.
So, Stephanie, what are you doing professionally now? Are you an independent recruiter, or what you up to?
I'm an independent recruiter.
Congratulations. How's it going?
Well, I think it's going to be just fine, based on all the knowledge that I've been receiving from all of you.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, Stephanie, I thought you were going to be joining an agency soon.
You thought I was going to be joining an agency soon?
Yeah.
She is her own agency. She's her own agency. Were you in a large...
No names needed.
Okay. Jerry, you put the kibosh on that, huh, Jerry?
Yeah. I got a question. Okay, have everybody heard of Cinnabon? They sell those cinnamon buns in Subways and stuff like that. Yeah. The CEO is a woman named Kathy Cole. And what she does, 2 things. When a candidate comes to see her and they're in the waiting room, she goes out and gets someone to offer them a drink because she wants to see if they're thankful enough. That's number 1. And then when they come into her
thirsty.
Office, separate things. Okay, and then when they come into her office, she puts a big wad of paper on the floor because she wants to see if they pick it up.
Who wouldn't?
Well, do you think that's stupid? I mean, what if you knew?
I don't know, man. That's an example of the kind of crap you post on your People Online group that just makes me think, why am I even here? Totally irrelevant.
I know why you're there, to say this is garbage. Everything Animal does is garbage.
All of it.
That's your life's blood, okay?
It is.
That's what.
Luckily, I have 27 customers. That over the years have put me in a position to every day get up and get in your face about your stupidity.
Okay.
Would you like their names so you can thank them personally?
Philip Tomlinson, who was a guest on this show before. Nice guy in Montreal, young fellow.
Non-recruiter.
No, but he says, this is a candidate.
Just a dude in Canada.
Yeah, he says, I tell the recruiter, when he gets called by a recruiter, I tell the recruiter what I expect for a salary and ask them if the position offers something similar. If the recruiter asks for a phone call, first he gets the email from the recruiter. He emails back that he wants to know if they're in this range. If the recruiter asks for a phone call before they give him an answer in the email, he knows it's going to be a waste of time because they're not being direct with him. Anybody got a comment? Is that the right approach?
Who cares, man? Some dude. What? God.
No, well, Jerry, you do email now too. What if you email somebody and they
what
say,
if I emailed Phil Tomlinson?
anybody, and they say, Jerry, I'm looking for $80 an hour. Can you handle that? And are you going to say, I want to talk to you on the phone, or are you going to email back, yes, I can. $80 is fine.
Is that the first email I sent them?
Yeah.
Do I know what they do?
I don't know. You saw them wherever you got their name, LinkedIn, or you say these guys are falling out of the woodwork.
So I know what the person does, right?
Yeah, that's why you're getting.
Is one of my 27 customers going to let me pay somebody $80 an hour?
Well, I just pulled that figure out of my hat, okay? Whatever the rate is.
Oh, I see. You get to pull stuff out of your ass, but I got to make it a real answer. How's that fair? Yes,
you know what?
I can pay $80 I can pay you $80 an hour, Phil Tomlinson. Send me your resume.
You will
Wait a
email
minute.
him.
I have your resume, Phil. I've got your resume. We can pay you $80 an hour. Let's go. Let's do it.
So you will
high five.
email.
Virtual high five with me and Phil Tomlinson. $80 an hour.
Email.
Bam! Did it. Made it happen. Welcome to the team.
Yeah, you'll email the salary. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Or a rough estimate of the salary. You just said you would.
Dude, I'm going to feel it out. I want to be smooth about it.
Hey, Maureen.
These ideas of you have to have this concrete thing. What are you, man? In your first 6 months of recruiting, you don't know how to bounce stuff back and forth, be flexible,
lie to him.
to
Are
listen.
You gonna lie to him? Are you going to lie to him? I don't understand what you're saying. Yeah,
you're saying that $80 is a lie?
What are you going to say?
Can we pay $80 here? That's my question.
Give us smooth. Jerry, give us smooth. Tell us what smooth is.
You know what? Jerry didn't drink enough, or he's a mean drunk. I don't know which one it is.
No, here's the deal. I had one cocktail in the hot tub, and I thought, I'm so sick of him. I'm going to go blow him a bunch of shit.
Jerry, give us smooth.
And here I am.
Yeah, you are. Maureen, Maureen, you're not answering me, Jerry. I can't spend any more time on that with you.
Ask me the question again, and then you answer me.
Are you going to email, if you send out a first contact email to someone you'd like to recruit?
So I don't know Phil. Never talked to him in my life. I'm going to send him an email.
You never talked to him, right? But you're sending him an email to say, is he interested in having a chat with you? Whatever you send them.
Why am I sending him an email? What?
Because what
stimulus do I have for doing that?
You found him on LinkedIn.
Okay. And I looked at his resume profile?
Not his resume, his profile.
Which is a resume.
Okay.
Okay, I saw his resume. Sent him an email. Hey, Phil, blah, 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 et cetera, question mark. Thanks, Jerry. And he replies, can this pay $80 an hour?
Yeah.
Is that the question?
Yeah.
And we'll say, sure. When can we talk?
And does it really pay $80 an hour? Will it really pay $80 an hour?
If it didn't, I wouldn't say sure. When can we talk?
Okay, so Jerry,
I'm not playing games out here, dude. This is not a game, animal.
There's your answer.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Maureen. Maureen, this one's for you. Ken Levinson on the Recruiters Online group that Jerry likes to call people online. Anyway, I didn't get it. Now I understand why he's saying it's people online, because he doesn't think the members are recruiters, okay? So
Ken Levinson?
Ken Levinson.
What's he do?
He's a recruiter, as far as I know. Anyway, look it up.
You're just getting this?
He says, yeah, I just got it. Mike, I just got it, okay? I never claimed to be the fastest guy around, okay? There you go. Anyway, many millennials, he say, would rather text than talk verbally. My daughter is a CEO of a company, and she has a phobia about using the phone. She would rather text someone. She would rather text someone so she doesn't bother them, and they can respond when it's convenient. So this guy actually
qualified CEO.
That's what I thought when I read that.
She's got her own company.
She's probably like the CEO of a one-person organization.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Okay, but this other girl
makes little cat mittens for Etsy.
Yeah. This other girl that got in there. Wait a second. Courtney Custer is her name. And then she's got her married name I can't pronounce. Courtney Custer. She says.
Okay, let's look her up. This is Ken Levinson's daughter.
I don't know what her name is, okay?
Anyway, look her up. I mean, here's a CEO that's never talked to anybody in her life.
Yeah, okay.
I find that remarkable.
Yeah, I do.
I'm just going to search Ken Levinson.
Courtney Custer. Oh, let me just get this out. Courtney Custer
They say the most important skill in IT are the soft skills.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Can
somebody please post her LinkedIn profile?
Look, Courtney Custer says that to some candidates, a phone call is like snail mail.
Yeah, I agree.
Dated. It doesn't make sense. That's what she thinks.
Yeah, she's absolutely right, dude. You've got to adapt. Either adapt or don't. It's up to everybody listening. Adapt or don't. I've seen 5 or 6 recruiters, 5 or 6 recruiters this year that have not been able to adapt, will not be recruiting next year. Personal people that I know have not adapted. They've stuck with the, I've tried to call them. Well, you went out of business, didn't you? Adapt or die.
How do you get email addresses, Jerry, since you like to use email as your first point of contact?
There's several ways, dude.
Well, let's hear one of them.
No.
Okay. You know what?
That's
Maureen,
where the money is, dude. I'm not handing over my bank account to everybody.
Okay. There's lots of them on people online.
Maureen, do you know how to get somebody's email address?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, tell Animal.
Well, what's the octagon?
No,
Mike?
wait a minute. Tell Animal.
What's the octagon? What's the octagon? Michael Cox. He's saying online, he says, we have to get in the octagon. What's that, some kind of MMA ring?
Oh, what's the octagon? Jeez.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Cage match? Tap out? Come on. Round the Rowley?
To answer you, email tester's a great
dude, you're
resource.
So out of touch, man.
My money's on the Midwestern dude.
Yeah, but you know what? That Rhonda, I mean, is it okay? They don't wear gloves, really. I don't understand that kind of fighting. It's just too violent. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Too violent.
Yeah. Okay. Are we gonna go? Is there an after show?
Of course not.
Okay. Anybody
else?
else?
We're just gonna keep talking until I need another beer.
Okay. Well, I can go on. I've got lots of stuff. Okay.
I just want to. Can we finally solve something though?
Yeah. What is it?
Can I ask the group to help me? This stuff that you post in your group, man, it's more and more. You're just pretty soon it's going to be like the National Enquirer.
You know what?
I mean, you're going to be posting stuff that's so far away from any kind of relevance. I'm going to. You
Jerry,
don't want us all to think we need to get out of here.
Jerry, do I have the biggest group on recruiters group in the world?
You have a big Facebook group. No, you don't have the biggest recruiters group. Most of those people are marketers, white paper authors, bloggers, PR people. So no, you don't.
No, I don't think so.
Hey, that's where I get all my Nikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I do, and it's very. It's,
no, you don't, Animal.
As they go, it's very successful. That's a good group. I recommend everybody.
You're judging success by the amount of people pissed off about the absurd topics that you put on there. There's no value there.
Hey, everybody, go to recruitingtricks.com. Take a look at it. Jerry's got a group. What's the name of it? Recruiters who actually make placements. It's a good group. I gave it a prize last year. It's also on Facebook. Most of the same people.
What happened to the awards this year? I thought we were doing that this show.
You know what? I do. You know what? I wasn't sure how to do it, but there was, like, for instance, the best guest. There's a number of good guests. My best guest, my choice, first of all, I always do it in the new year, not the end of the year, but I think Daniel Chait is my choice as best guest. I was just blown away by him. Jerry wasn't here. Jerry wasn't
on vacation?
Who knows? You're not here half the time.
Courtesy of one of my 27 customers.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Your whole world is caught up in so-and-so said this over on Twitter. Isn't it absurd? What do you think? What's the point of that, man? You got the same 4 people arguing, and I'm one of them.
I know you don't argue. You just say, this is crap. Who cares? That's all you ever do, okay? Jerry, you're a broken record. you're a broken record, okay?
Yep.
But look, look. Glenn Cassidy.
Here's the one today, real-time conversation.
No. Glenn
that was a
Cassidy
good one.
is honored world round, okay? He's not a fan of mine or yours, by the way. It's what I gather from his remarks. He's honored world around. Don't tell me he's not a
he's great. He's great. And I'm sure back when he was recruiting, he was a star.
Uh-huh. So
I'm talking about a dude who
in other words, he's not so great. Ken Levinson is today. Ken Levinson is in the trenches. He's no good for you either.
His daughter's the CEO of a cat mitten company. Great. So let's spend hours talking about what she thinks about a resume or whatever.
Hey, look, let me ask you something. Have you heard of the company, Jerry? Hootsuite? Hootsuite?
Yes.
Have you heard of that? Okay.
Yeah.
So the CEO of Hootsuite, he must make a good living, okay?
Probably, yeah. I would think, yeah.
You know what his favorite interview question is? What's your superpower or spirit animal?
As he's just got done hauling on a bong in the back room.
I don't know. I gotta tell you.
I don't care what some of these flaked out weirdos ask in an interview. I want to know how are you getting a new customer. I could give a shit what you're going to ask some dude coming in for the DBA job. I don't care. I want to know how do you get a new customer. Let's talk about a customer development plan.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's one thing that none of your guests ever share. You want to know why? Because it's real hard.
You know what? It's true. We don't talk too much about business development.
You want to know why? Because most people don't have anything to do with it.
You know what?
Most of your guests haven't developed a new customer for recruiting services in months, if not years. Period.
Well, you know what Oprah asks? Her favorite question? What's your spiritual practice?
Oh, my God. Dear sweet Oprah.
You know what? But she's an oddball. But these other people, don't you wonder what they're asking your candidates when you send them out there? According to Daniel
and I know what they're asking, and it pisses me off. And I wonder, why would you ask somebody that?
Like what?
Many of these places have an internal frontline screener now in their, quote, talent department.
Yeah.
Some of the first couple of questions is, what can you tell us about our company?
You mean in the 27 that you do business for?
Absolutely. In customer number 28 through 35 that I'm trying to develop, ever pushing forward. Okay. It's getting harder and harder.
Harder and harder. So what do you do about that? There's nothing you can do about it, is there?
I got to tell you something.
I think over time you just keep going back to your 27 customers and hoping that it doesn't turn into 26 and then 25 and then 12 and then 3
like a train
and then so long. Why not?
Your candidate, once you figure out what they're asking, you can use your candidate prep to get them ready for some of the bullshit questions that they're going to be hit with.
I'm with you.
Yeah, but you don't know those in advance. Although Michael Cox, what Jerry just said was a dumb question. Lou Adler says it's a fundamental question. He said that's a predictor.
What question is dumb?
Oh, Jesus.
What do you know about our company?
Taking one quick example from me and making it a huge, big topic. I'm talking about the absurd questions that the talent department asks your candidate, who, in many cases, you're sending them in there for a contract or consulting role. It doesn't matter what the dude thinks about the 10-year plan of your corporation. He brings a skill set to the table that you need for the next 9 months. Step aside, Lindsay. This guy is qualified for that job, or this girl is qualified for that job. We don't need to talk about your company culture. He doesn't give a shit. He can solve your ETL data warehousing problem in the next 6 months. That's what your corporation needs, not for you to decide whether this would be a good guy at your company Christmas party or not. Sorry, honey. Scoot over.
Maureen,
so, Jerry, do you voice that directly to Lindsay?
Absolutely not. What am I, an idiot?
I think that question and
I'm not a dummy.
How do you get past that?
You got to massage that side, and you massage your candidate side, and you do the best you can. And you hope that you're not working with a candidate that's an idiot. And you hope your HR talent person realizes that not everybody's going to spend 3 hours researching your company when 5 other companies are dying to hire someone with the same skill set.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a balance there. I don't know. I mean, you just got to be smooth and play it by ear.
I agree.
Though Animal would want a definite 100% written down policy on how you cover that. You cover it by assessing the situation and guiding accordingly.
What does massage it mean? That doesn't mean anything.
See? Right. You can't write down massage it, can you, Animal? That's why I win, you lose.
What does massage mean? I don't know.
You lose.
Stephanie,
hey, I got to go, you guys. This
Loser.
has been fun. We should do it more often.
Can I say Merry Christmas as we await the arrival of our Savior?
Thank you. Yes.
Talk to you later.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Okay.
You all leaving now? Is this the end of the show?
Well, I have to go. You guys can stay.
Maureen's got it. What do you have to go do, Maureen?
I have to take Brianna for a doctor's appointment.
Okay. That
See you
kind
later.
of ruins the show.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Hey, that question
Bob, we said Merry Christmas,
I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Yep.
Bye.
Okay. Thank you.
Ciao, everybody.
Is everybody going? Okay.
I'm not going. I'm not going
I'm
anywhere.
not either.
I'm
I want to know what massage.
You all in the new year.
I want to know what massage means. Do you know?
Dude,
Stephanie,
massage means.
Stephanie,
massage means listen and see what's going on and try to get your point across and try to not point to your customer as being a dumbass.
Yeah, you just told Stephanie that you wouldn't tell the client.
Of course not, dude. Would you?
Yeah.
Then you're an idiot.
Yep.
You're an idiot, man. Seriously. Anybody that would tell a customer, hey, that's a stupid question, needs to go broke, needs to get out of this business. This is a people business.
I didn't say I'd say it was stupid, but I
What
would
would you
say
say?
Just what you said. You know what? This guy's in big demand. It's not going to make that much difference since it's a temporary job. It's only a contract. That's a little different. If it was a permanent position, as Lou Adler says, he says a good candidate is going to do a lot of research, and it's going to make a huge difference in their retention, whether they actually looked up something.
No. Regardless of what Lou Adler says, people still don't even last 3 years at a job.
Michael Cox, why do you say
here's
no?
the thing. So that question, you're, kind of ferreting out whether or not they did research on my company.
Yeah.
If that candidate is somebody that we really want, we're not the only ones that want him. And sometimes some hiring managers and recruiters get so hung up on, we want them to want us. And if we get too hung up on that and then disqualify somebody because, they didn't do a lot of research on us, really, does that matter?
Hey, Michael, one of my customers has, and this is their full-time direct hire process, that the candidate has to fill out a few questionnaires, which I think is ridiculous, but that's okay. We'll work through it. Also, like a 10-question about who they are, et cetera. The last question is, why do you want to work here? I find that to be the most absurd question any company could ask a candidate who has not been there to interview. This is before the interview.
Yeah.
If I were a candidate, I would probably say, well, I have no idea. Why don't you tell me?
Exactly.
And that would be the end of it.
Told me.
So they finally they have taken that off of their questionnaire.
Yep.
But that's the mindset of these companies. Well, why do you want to work here? Well, I don't know. Well, why should I?
We have a lot of companies that think that they're the prom queen and everybody should want them.
Mm-hmm. 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 How would you handle that, recruiting animal?
Those kind of questions?
Yeah.
Say that you would massage it.
How would you massage that?
What's the situation with the
you were in the bathroom, weren't you?
No,
while we were talking.
The client comes back and said, "We have an application, and your guy didn't fill out this question." I'd say, look.
Even before that, no, that the customer has question number 10 on their pre-screening process before the person comes in for an interview. Question number 10.
Yeah.
Why do you want to work at...
I heard it. There's an easy answer. But what's the situation? You want to get it taken off before you pass it on to the candidate?
What would you
What would I say?
What would you do if your customer says, "Hey, Animal, this looks like a good guy. Have him fill out this questionnaire." Question number 10. Why do you want to work here?
I tell him to fill it out.
He doesn't even know anything about the company. How would he know why he wants to work there?
Well, first of all, I would tell the client as well, you know what? You're not really going to understand each other or see what the attractions are until you go in for an interview. So you can't make a lot of demands.
Yeah, give us an example.
Nothing comes to mind right now. I'm sorry.
No. Give us an example. Now.
There was a guy who looked really good on paper, sent out, on
paper, you mean on your computer screen?
Resume.
Or did you print it out?
Resume. Sent to
okay, just wondering. Clarity is important.
To the client, really interested, want to speak to him, got on the phone, no interest in this guy. Okay?
Yeah.
So that, what was I saying? I can't remember.
That was about the worst answer ever. You wouldn't accept that answer of yourself.
Yeah, I lost track of what I was saying.
Exactly.
I think Animal should officially yell at himself now.
Yeah, yep. Okay, no. What I was saying there was when something looks attractive, but you don't really know what it's like until you're talking to the person. So the guy looked attractive. What we're talking about now is from the other side. The candidate, whether the candidate thinks the company looks attractive or not, it's hard to tell until they go in. So I'm just trying to think of something where a candidate went in and said, you know what, I looked around their office. Once a guy went out, this is a while ago, for an engineering job, and he went out there and sorry, this is politically incorrect. He said they hire all kinds of disabled people to work in their factory, and he didn't like that. So that was it. That's an example.
Well, who does?
Wow.
Hey, I'm just kidding. That was a joke. Man, cut that out of the tape.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
People are going to hate me for that.
Okay.
I was just kidding.
Okay.
Animal, you're a good guy.
Thank you, Jerry. So are you. Okay.
Your recruiting group is going down the tubes on Facebook.
No, I think it's going great.
No, it's not, man. You're judging activity as if it's value. People are arguing over the definition of words. Come on, there's no value to that.
You know what?
Bring some real stuff. Let it be organic.
No, it will be good. I mean, like verbal. Does that mean live conversation? Apparently, in some people's vocabulary.
In every, yeah. See.
Verbal.
I miss the days back when you were in the recruiting business.
Uh-huh.
You had some actual experience stuff that you can bring to the table. Now you're just scouring Twitter and LinkedIn for weird posts that people can disagree with.
Uh-huh. You know what? I got to tell you,
I feel disenfranchised.
Your group has, there's been some good discussions on my group as well about, like that woman. That's the one where that woman placed the guy who hired his own company to do his job. That's a real experience. It really happened. But anyway, let's leave the groups out. You want to keep going, or should we pack it up?
No, I need a sandwich.
Pack it up.
What are you guys having for lunch today?
I don't know what I'll have. It's any good question.
My wife's making me a sandwich.
Oh, was your wife listening to the show? Hi, Mrs. Cox.
She's tried to. She
Cox.
was annoyed by all the yelling.
Yeah.
You know what? I hear it all the time. People come in while some people are listening to the show. Usually their husbands, not their wives, and they say, "Who is that jerk? Get him off." And really, I've heard it many times. Okay, Michael Cox, thanks. You've been a fantastic contributor to the show this year. I want to thank you for that.
How about we start a new segment on the show called The Latest from Frederick Shelton III?
Oh, there you're, buddy, yeah.
Seriously. He posted in your group yesterday.
Yeah. How come you don't take it to your group?
It would be like a news feed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I read his latest post for those of you who haven't heard it?
No, forget about it.
I'm ready to
It's
be
from
inspired.
Recruiters Online.
So I never read his stuff
online.
because he's too thin-skinned. I can't criticize it.
Then I'm going to read it until you cut me off. One of my recruiters was obviously frustrated with a candidate who initially expressed interest and then just disappeared. We veterans have never seen this before, right? So, He drafted a do-or-die email, which basically said to either return his calls or forget working with us. Fortunately, I saw it before it was sent. My advice was this. What is the clear business benefit to this action? If you can't come up with something that would make sense to someone else, you're not taking care of business. You're seeking personal gratification. Don't do it. Then I showed him an email from a candidate I'd contacted in August, and after a good call, hadn't been able to reach. He wrote me in November. He's interviewing now. I showed him another email I've saved for such occasion. It reads, Dear Mr. Shelton, he spoke about a year ago. I placed that candidate. I'm certain that the frustration with candidates is not idiosyncratic to my practice specialty. So, when you're frustrated, don't seek gratification. Just take care of business. That's it.
You did a good job, Jerry. You're a good reader.
Thank you.
That was good.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody.
I felt like I was there.
Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy New
Merry
Year.
Christmas, Jerry.